Hey everybody, welcome to the Leek. I'm John as always, and we're in the car, so it must be pre-release weekend. We're going to go and play Core Set 2020, and it is raining. It is pretty damn rainy out there. So we're going to drive on over, not to the Gamers Emporium. We have actually got a different location this time around. The location we usually do was not available this month. So we're actually going to drive to the other side of the city, to a brand new YMCA where we're going to be playing today. So hopefully a lot of people make the trek out there. But we've got a bit more of a drive than my usual 2-minute. So let's go and head on over there and see what we do today. Well, made it to the Y pretty quick. Some minor traffic in the usual section of Wonderland Road where people, for whatever reason, go 40 in a 60. It always happens. But we're here at the gigantic YMCA, and I assume we have some small room somewhere. So time to go adventure in a building and figure out where to go. So it's a little bit tricky to find places to record in here. I might have to go outside for later ones. But I deck built and it didn't go well. I opened 2 ley lines, 1 foil. I opened 2 dual lands. I opened the Marauding Raptor. No real power other than my promo, which was the Hydra Lord. So hopefully I can get there off of that. I'm actually playing the Raptor because I'm not playing many X2s. So I'm hoping it just makes my Hydras cheaper and other stuff cheaper. But I don't have high hopes for this. I'm 3 colors with a lot of fixing, but not actual power. So I actually think this might be a pre-release that I drop from after round 3 or so. Luckily, there's only 5 rounds. We didn't have too many people show up. Maybe it's the holiday weekend, or I guess last weekend was the holiday weekend. Maybe it's the rain, maybe the new location. But we've only got about 26 people, so much smaller than usual. But I expect to drop pretty soon. So let's go and probably 5-0, I guess. Well, finished up round 1, and game 1 did not go very well. Game 1, I ended up with 3 lands for the entirety of the game, which went like 8 turns, 9 turns. Just couldn't cast anything, so game 1 was pretty much over. Game 2, my opponent had 4 lands, and I did not. I got out Gargos, the big Hydra guy, and took him down pretty quickly, so wasn't too much of a problem to finish up game 2. Game 3 was actually a good game. We both had lands, we both played creatures. He made a couple of mistakes, not realizing that Netcaster Spider got bigger, so I was able to take down one of his flyers. Drew removal and the big Trampoly Rhino and big Trampoly Gorilla really helped me out there and finished him off. So I'm 1-0. I don't think the deck deserves to be 1-0, but we'll see if I can keep going or not, so we'll see. So round 2, I was up against Hanson, who has a much better deck. He's playing Blue-White Flyers, a very good version of Blue-White Flyers. Game 1, he took me down pretty fast. I just couldn't do anything. I played the Raptor, and I wasn't able to actually, play the 2-drops that were in my hand. Game 2, he made a slight mistake bouncing the Wave Crash Elemental, thinking that it had to bounce itself if I replayed it. It did not, and I was able to take him down. Basically 1 turn from losing, which he would have had that extra turn otherwise. Game 3, I sided in all of the hate. I actually sided in all the hate in game 2. I sided in Fry, and I sided in Plummet. Sided in Natural End because he had sleep paralysis and pacifisms, and took him down in 3. So I'm 2-0 with a deck that I don't think is very good. I'm kind of winning off of people's mistakes. So we'll see how the rest of the round goes. There's only 3 left, but we'll see. Well, round 3 is finished up, and I was playing against Eric, who was playing blue-green? Blue-green, I think. Game 1, I was able to get the Hydra out pretty fast, and that Hydra just takes control of games. Game 2, he got the better of me. Game 3 went on for quite a while, apparently into turns, but we didn't actually hear that it was in turns. Eventually, he got the hammer off of the Cavalier. He returned it to the top of his library, and put it on a flyer. Well, I guess it lost flying, but I didn't have chump blockers left, basically. And yeah, I got beat by the Hammer and Wake Root Elemental and other cards. So I'm 2-1. Prize payout's only the top 8, so we'll see. I can still go 4-1 and get prizes, but if I go 3-2, I may just be out. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I found another location to record, but there's not great places to record here. There's people everywhere, and I don't feel super comfortable recording in a why. So round 4 is over. We've only got one round left because we only have 25 people today, or 27, something like that. So I was up against, I can't remember his name, Thomas, I think. He was 2-1, and his deck didn't terribly show up, unfortunately, whereas my Hydra showed up both games. The Hydra with Rabid Bite on it is super good. The Hydra with Double Strike on it is really good. The Hydra just kind of won the game pretty handily. Basically, if I don't draw it, I don't win, and if I do, I do. So I'm currently 3-1. We've got one round left. If I win, I'm in prizes. If I don't, only 2 3-2s are going to make prizes. So I'm not sure if I'll actually get there or not, but one round to go. We'll see how it goes. So I'm back home. I finished up day 1. I ended up splitting in the finals and going 4-1, getting 8 packs splitting. So we had 6 packs each for me and Yao. So we didn't even bother playing the game. It was nice to just kind of have the day over. I went back to the store Sunday morning for pre-release number 2. And the pool wasn't great. I opened the white, 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 black, 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 and blue, blue, blue legendaries, which, while they can be good, it's kind of hard to play even 2 of those in a deck, let alone all 3 of them. I also opened a Field of the Dead, a Sorin with no vampire support. It wasn't a great pool. I threw together a blue-black thing with the plan of getting back my legendaries using Blood for Bones. I did once, but round 1 I played Connor and we had some very good matches, and it was pretty good games of Magic. Round 2 I played Steven and I lost to Muyan Ling very early, both games. Literally 0 chance of ever doing anything in those games, unfortunately. And I dropped. I dropped at 1-1. The massive reason for that being that it was disgustingly hot. We are in the middle of a heat wave here. With the humidity on Friday, it felt like 43, which is just about 110 Fahrenheit for those of you in the US. And today wasn't that much better, and the store has no insulation in the ceilings and large windows, so it gets really hot. The air conditioners and fans do literally nothing. And I dropped because it was so hot, but there were more reasons for that. Firstly, there just weren't the usual regulars that I usually chat with and hang out between matches. So that was kind of a downer. But the big thing, and the big thing that I'm seeing a lot of people say, is the enthusiasm wasn't there. This is pre-release. But people have been playing with this set for 7 days at this point. I guess 5 days technically, but basically an entire week. People have been playing this on Arena and on Magic Online. And that really killed the pre-release feeling. I was sitting down beside people who had played 2, 3, 10 sealed events already by the time the first pre-release event happened. And that feels awful. It feels really awful. I really strongly dislike these super early release schedules that are happening online. And I'm really hoping they stop. I'm really hoping that for the fall set, the releases go back to being a day before, and I would love if they went back to being the Monday after. Keep pre-releases. Keep them this exciting thing where you get to play with the cards for the first time. Not this thing where you go and you already know the format inside and out. People have already decided what the best decks are. It feels really bad. And that made me not really feel that bad about dropping. That made me go 1-1 and say, I don't really need to stick around here anymore. So I'm really hoping they change that for the next set. I really don't want to feel this going forward. Pre-releases used to be my absolute favorite weekend of every single set. By far. This time around, I continuously was making plans for what I was going to do Saturday. I was going to go to the garden center and get some more plants for my garden. I was going to play some video games. And then I always had to remember, wait, no, it's pre-release. I just couldn't remember that it was pre-release weekend. So I really hope they change this. I really want to get my enthusiasm back for pre-release weekends. I want them to go back to having that special thing about them. I really don't want them to be just another tournament that you go to after you've already played a crap ton of the set. So unfortunately, a bit more of a downer to the usual pre-release vlog here. Hopefully the next sets are better. Let me know how it went for you. Let me know how you felt. Did you have the same lack of enthusiasm? I'm seeing widespread reports of poorly attended pre-releases, and people are saying, well, it's the summer. That's never mattered before. There's been a dip, but it's never been a giant chunk of people missing like it seems this time. People are saying, oh, it's a core set. People were fine for M19. People were fine for M15 and M14 way back in the day. I don't think any of these excuses are really the reason that pre-releases are suddenly not feeling special anymore. I think it's very much on the push to go all digital Magic. So let me know how it happened for you. Let me know how you were feeling about it in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook, patreon.com if you want to become a backer. And if you do have questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see you all next time.